This week, we decided to do an episode without hooks. Normally, this is where Lisa would pop in and give her part of the hook, but we didn't do that this week. In fact, we decided to make a pretty big decision about the show this week. Born This Way starts now. Welcome to Born This Way, a weight loss podcast exploring the identity whiplash of untangling a lifetime of body shame and realizing a smaller size doesn't quiet the bully in our heads. So pull up a chair, preferably not anything plastic or a rickety stool.
A quick note, we're not doctors or dietitians. The show is for entertainment only, and all views are personal and our own. So don't sue us. Please.
Good day.
Good day.
How are those
Can I
rise up
just-
lights over there?
Good day.
Rise up lights.
I love that. I hope everyone I tell that that you could speak in an Australian accent by saying rise up lights.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's brilliant.
which is
I've never
rise
forgotten
up
it.
lights
Mhm.
in American English, and that's translates to the razor blades. So just a little
Mhm.
tip for you all if you've missed that in previous episodes. We've talked about it many times.
It's because of one of my favorite nuggets.
Listen, can I say something?
Please.
You
I hope you can.
you were looking, and I know we're probably going to touch on this more, but this will be a good segue into it, is that you were looking hot.
Me?
And I say that with all honesty in my heart. And then I say that though with a little bit of apprehension to call you
Yes.
that because it feels like I'm not allowed. But before
Yeah.
we get into that, can I just let go of all that and call you hot, please? Because I mean it. And you
You
are.
may.
And I feel extra excited because I think you know it.
I'm starting to know it for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Good.
First of all, checks in the mail. Second of all, I love you. And I don't feel, at this particular moment in time, I don't feel particularly hot because I came into this recording hot. Like I just finished with lifting weights at the gym. Like I Tasmanian deviled into my kitchen, like grabbed a sandwich, ran upstairs, sat down. Here we are. So I feel very like, blah. But I have a friend, a beautiful, lovely friend who's going through a real bad breakup right now. And she's like, I have this category of people that I say they're to be protected at all costs. And she is one of them. She's to be
Yeah.
protected at all costs. I love her dearly. And she texted me and she said, hey, I need some suggestions for how to love myself because I know you have a whole sharecast about it and you've been very public about how you've been working on it, and she wanted some tips. And one of the things that I told her is that I look at myself in the mirror every day and I make myself like appreciate my body. Like when I started, I did it intentionally. Like it was part of my routine, like brush my teeth, brush my hair, right? Like put on deodorant, look at myself, like give myself a high five, like be a good teammate to me. But it was also like find something about my body that I love. And it couldn't always just be, well, my body's really strong and it has gotten me through everything, right? Because like that was sort of
Right.
right? Like that was always, is that like every fat person?
You look at the three beautiful
Babies that this body produced.
Look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
I made
Yeah.
babies.
Yes. Like I default to that because it's like, well, that's like a badassery level of strength, right? That like this body produced humans, but like that's not, that's not cutting it. I need to really, really find something about this body that I think is beautiful.
Yeah.
And so one of the really fun things has been watching my shape, like kind of seeing my hourglass shape
Yeah.
come in because it's definitely
Like,
there. Like
I
So, yes.
see, for lack of a better term, like a figure.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
bad term. I don't
yeah.
even know.
It's an hourglass. Like it's definitely like I see
Sure.
the
Yeah.
hips coming out
Yes,
and like
it is.
it's real sexy. I mean, I feel really sexy when I look at myself in the mirror now. Like yesterday, so I had this fun event. It was a fundraiser, and I volunteered to be a bartender at this fundraiser. So it's just pouring wine and beer and just chatting with people, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, I bet you were
and so
so good at that.
Oh, it was so fun, and it was like, okay, so it was like black pants and a top or a black dress. I was like, "Oh, well, I have some dresses that I've" like, I the dress that I wore to it, I literally forgot I owned it. Like, I forgot I even owned the dress because it was back in my closet,
You did?
and
That
it's
was the
this
one,
yeah, the one I
the
just showed
zipper?
you. Yeah, yeah.
Where did you get that dress from?
I don't even know. It's been so long since I bought it. Honestly, like, it's been easily 15 years since I bought the dress, but I think it still
Okay.
looks super cute. Like, it's
Uh-huh.
got this great A-line and this cool, like, little cutout at the knee, like, the hem kinda does this fun thing so, like,
Yeah,
you can see
it's
some
it's
knee.
a it's a LBD.
It absolutely
Yeah.
is. Yeah, which is, like, never something I would ever like, that's not something I'm allowed to
That's in the
participate
candy
in.
store.
Absolutely. Ma'am, that's exactly right. So, I was telling Lisa that I feel like sexy I've talked about this so much on this podcast, I feel like already, but like sexiness and hotness, like those things do not apply to me, right? It's like it's not even, it's just a room that I don't even think about and I don't bother with, just like the athletes, right? The athletes and the hot people. Well, that's not me. I'm neither of those rooms, right? Oh, I'm over here.
Sure.
I'm the funny one. I'm the one that might, I don't even know if I have a pretty face, honestly, but like if that were a thing, like I'm the one with the pretty face. I'm the
You
whatever.
do, but okay.
Thank you.
Alright.
I believe I have a good smile for sure. I
Oh, your
objectively don't.
lips. How many times I bring up your lips on in between takes on this? I'm
Oh,
like, "Ooh, what's it like to have an upper lip?"
and this week I got to, I wore some red lipstick.
You did wear some you wore some red lipstick.
Yeah.
Whew.
So so
Yeah,
I
you
got
look
to
smoking.
thank you. Yeah, so I got to so the fun thing is that as I was getting ready for this event, I was like, "Oh, let me try on all these dresses and see which ones I like." And I was taking some like, I took a couple pictures and sent them to my boyfriend, was like, "Hey, like, what do you think about this one?" Or like, "Is this one too much? Like, is this too revealing? Is this appropriate?" And he was like, "Well, you'll get a lot of tips if you wear that one." I
Mm,
was like,
I
great."
bet you love that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we had fun. So, but as I was looking at myself in the mirror, and again, when I look in the mirror now, like I'm required, like that's kind of a rule. Like if I see myself in the mirror, I have to appreciate it. I have to love on it, right? Like it's,
Good.
oh, I like what I see, right? Like, but like trying on these dresses and seeing that hourglass of my hips, like man, I felt really hot. Like I felt hot. Like I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, God damn, I feel sexy. Like I feel
Good.
hot.
Oh,
I feel sexy. I feel something that like I feel like I've never really been allowed to feel. And okay,
have you
so I have
never, even when you were, like, young, have you never had access to that
no, I mean,
feeling?
when I was young, I was fat. I mean, that's the thing, like, forever I have a that's why that first belief I had to get rid of was that fat people can't be hot. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've forever thought they were mutually exclusive. Hotness and fatness cannot exist together.
right.
And, I mean, how that's such fucking horse shit. Like, I sent you remember that smoke show I sent you who was dancing to George Michael in her kitchen, and I was like, "Oh my god." Like, I want
Oh,
that
oh,
woman.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I
Who was
wanted
it? Oh,
her.
she was so gorgeous.
Yes, she was. So, yeah, that people can't have a large body and also be sexy as hell.
Right, right.
Um, and it's frustrating that it took me losing the weight to find that, right? But, like, that's a part of me that I gotta reconcile, you know? Like,
But it sounds like you are, which
yes,
is
because
really exciting.
yes, like, it's great. It's really, really great to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, "God, I'm sexy. Like, I feel hot."
Mhm,
And so I have this video blog thing that so I share with people. Many
mhm.
people have access to it in my community, and the number of people can watch and they can send short responses and
Mhm.
use little emojis and things, and like I had to make another one immediately because I was like, "You listen, jokers!" Like everybody was putting chili peppers, like that was the emoji that they were responding with was chili peppers. I'm like, "Listen, like, I don't like, I need any encouraging here, like, I feel like I'm about like, like, everybody's gonna be real sorry for what they wished for here because it could go either way, right? Like, I really, really, really enjoyed how I felt yesterday. Like,
Yeah,
it
but
was a
what would
great
be wrong
feeling.
with that? What would be wrong with somebody
Yeah,
who
I don't
felt like
know.
that all the time?
I don't
People like
know.
that are fun. Are you worried
Yes,
about, like,
and
vanity?
joyful. Maybe. I mean, when Beebs and I first met, he was like, "Well, what about, like, things like appearance?" And I was like, "Well, no, I just wanna be healthy. I wanna be around.
Yeah,
I wanna be."
sure.
But I mean, it feels really good to feel it feels like I look at that picture of me in that dress, and I'm like, "Yeah, that woman is hot. That's a hot
Mhm.
woman. She looks hot." Yeah, and how fun it
Yeah,
felt
that
to wear
picture,
it
I would look at it
yesterday.
and be like, "That is a sexual woman."
Yeah. Yeah. And that's another thing is that, like, just the way that the mental baggage that I'm not carrying. I mean, there's the physical baggage, but there's the mental baggage that I'm not carrying around that just, really allows me to, like, to fully embody that sexuality,
Yeah.
when I really couldn't before. Like, I felt like I couldn't embody that because I wasn't that. I couldn't be that. I wasn't allowed to be that kinda thing.
Do you think that has to do with the people in your life? I mean, that's a
I mean, I do. I
I'll
think
say
it
a
has
loaded question, but
yeah, it certainly has something to do with people in my life, right? I've had
because you're getting called beautiful a lot too. Like we talked about, like it being catnip, like being called hot, being called
yes.
sexy,
Yeah.
and
Yes, I do think that that is part of it for sure, right? Like, you definitely notice a difference in the way that the public interacts with you. I have had compliments from men and men who have told me how sexy my body is, so that
yeah,
hasn't hurt. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's just this whole yeah, I really think, like, looking at myself in the mirror and loving myself every day, like and also that I'm just like, what would I say to, like, you or Misty if you were getting ready for the day, right? Like, I would be like, "Oh my god,
my
look at you.
God,
You look so fucking hot in
look at
that
you,
dress."
smoke
Right?
show.
Like yes, like,
To
I
the
would be gassing
Yes,
you
you're
guys
the
up.
ultimate hype woman with that, and
Yes.
it feels
Yes.
so good that I'm
Yeah.
so excited you've allowed that to be unleashed on yourself,
On
that you're
me.
being your own hype woman because I you're
Yeah.
so good at it, and I can't it makes me sad it was that you were gatekeeping that from yourself because it makes me like, nobody's called me a smoke show. You're the last person, you know what I mean? Like, to
Yeah.
just hype me up like I'm
Yeah.
just so sexy and pretty, like, you're very good at that.
Yes. Well, and it's authentic is the thing. Like, I don't ever do that because I'm just
Yeah.
trying to, like, like, I fucking believe that about the people that I say that about.
Yeah.
I am curious about this for you, Lisa, because you and I have had some different experiences. Like last week, we talked about how we approach things differently, where you're the like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be so fun. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm just going to stay over here and I'm scared and I'm just going to be comfortable here.
Mhm.
So, because and I've always told you this, like, we just said it, you're a fucking smoke show. Who's going to tell the world that you're a smoke show, right? Like, you are absolutely beautiful. You are one of the most truly, naturally beautiful people that I know. And so
Thank
I
you for
wonder if
saying
your
that.
experience is different. Like, because I've seen, I've seen pictures of you and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I needed a warning before I saw it, right? Like, seriously, like the kind that where you're like, oh, like it catches you in your chest for a second. Like, that picture of
Oh,
you at your
man,
wedding,
thanks.
your engagement pictures, like, just there's some really fucking great pictures of you. And so I
Thank
wonder if
you.
how do you feel about the whole sexiness and
Mm, I feel
feeling hot?
I think I've always felt like I didn't ever feel like a tomboy. I always felt like
Yeah.
very feminine. So
Mhm.
I feel like I've had a line to that where it's like I wanted to own it anyway. And I had
Yeah.
like some really like friends in my past who were just very like sensual and in the
Yeah.
way they presented themselves regardless of their size and talked to me about how to
Yes.
dress for that and how to act for that if I wanted to. And so I didn't feel that's something I felt like I refused to let be gate kept for me, but there was still this ache of that could be more, right? Like, because I had a
Yeah.
recurring theme for me was like your face. Oh my gosh, your face. Like, if you just like you have such a pretty face, like what a shame. And so people were constantly telling me that I was pretty, so I adopted that belief that it was like, "Oh, I'm so close. I'm just a decision away from truly being, like, categorically hot." And so mine's a little different where I felt like I was, I guess, cute or pretty, but that I was one boot camp away from being a true smoke show or a true knockout. So,
Like, it was just out of reach, right? Like, you were
right.
so
Mhm.
close.
Mhm.
Something struck me when you were talking, which was, anyone ever telling someone, "God, what a shame, you have such a pretty face." I mean, it's just such a gross, disgusting,
I
vulgar thing
know,
to say to
and
someone,
that
like, how what a
person
shame that that face is
just
wasted on that fat fucking
I
body.
know. Just
Like,
to tag that during that conversation, it was the full one was, just like your mom.
oh god.
Pretty fa which you guys have said so it was a double it was not only am I gonna
Boom,
insult you,
boom.
but your mom, it was also like you have such so I know sometimes she listens to the show, so
Jesus.
that'll break her heart, but she knows exactly what it was that said that, and she didn't
Mm,
like that person from the get-go, so 'cause I called her crying after that. I was like, "This person said we were both so pretty, but we were not overweight." And my mom is also, like, has never let that, like, my mom is, such a girly girl and is so gorgeous too. She is so
nice.
gorgeous, not that I am, but, like, a girly girl, and she's so pretty, and just loves to wear makeup and dress girly, and
Yeah.
so I remember when that happened, and I called her crying about it, and she was like, "Fuck them."
I love it. I love her. So great.
Yeah.
I also think that's you know what? That's also a difference for us too, is that my mom was definitely not that. Like, I don't my mom never showed me makeup, how to put on makeup. Like, my sister and I
Yeah.
never learned how to do makeup. Like, she was not a girly girl, my mom. I mean, she was pretty, she was real pretty, but she was just not a girly girl. That was not something she wasn't into fashion, makeup, hair type things, and so I think we also just kind of have a differentiation there because we were raised by very different women who, right, like,
Yeah.
also had different orientations. Because
Right.
yeah, but then for me, it's like I internalize that as it being gatekept from me, um,
Right.
and so I think maybe and especially when she said, "Why are you even trying with the makeup?"
Yeah.
Maybe there was
That
something
was a
even
real mirror, I think I'm realizing now 'cause of what
yeah.
she when she said that about maybe she felt that way if she
Yes.
wasn't super. Because
Yeah.
look at the opposite we just talked about with, like, my mom. My mom will wear makeup. She doesn't my mom's will be sick in the hospital, and
Right. She
she's
won't walk
doing
in the
her like, putting on her
mailbox.
ma yeah, she doesn't she's she loves it too, and not
I
even in,
love
like,
it.
a vanity wear or what people shouldn't
No,
give a
just she
shit.
just
She
likes
just
it, right?
loves to do it. Yeah, she
Oh,
loves
that's
perfume, she loves
oh,
makeup.
I
She
think that's so joyful.
she bought so many shirts one time that her fucking closet broke. She was like, "I think I have to stop shopping." There's so many, like, dresses.
Oh my god, we need to get your mom to come on the show, that would be so iconic.
That would be fun.
Would she do it?
She might, she's a character.
Like, I wanna meet the woman who produced you, you know?
You'd love her.
I know I
She's a lot
would,
of
I love
fun.
you. Yeah,
She's a funny a silly, fun person, optimistic. Man, sometimes I just
yeah.
really need a dose of her. I should call her
Oh
today.
gosh, yeah, yeah,
We
definitely
tried to
call her.
call yesterday, and we spent 10 minutes trying to figure out the Bluetooth audio, so that was about it. That was our whole call, like the beginning of our podcast every week.
Just fucking lost time. Oh,
Yeah, I'd probably have to
man.
be with her to get us all signed in, get it,
Oh gosh, yeah, like, it'd be a technical difficulties
mhm.
nightmare.
But this shit's
Yeah.
confusing. I don't blame people anymore. All these
No, it
different
is real.
devices. I'm surprised my
Mhm.
headphones are working because the kids are here and they're watching TV downstairs, and the TV, I can't get my headphones to forget it, so it'll just
Oh,
turn on and off,
randomly
and the
it'll
name is like 5,000 letters long, so it's like connected to LG7527ZZ73, and I'm just sitting here like, and then it'll go disconnected from
oh
LG275.
god. Oh, that's so great. One time that reminds me of this this is random but related. I promise it's adjacent. One
Yeah.
time my friends and I went for a girls' weekend,
Oh.
um, Nicole and Lisa, if you're listening, they'll totally remember this. We rented an Airbnb,
Uh-huh.
and when we got there, like, the accessibilities had been turned on in the remote, so the remote literally said everything out loud. It'd be like, "Volume up, volume up, volume up, volume up, volume up, volume up, volume down, volume down, volume down, no, no, menu, pause, backspace, backspace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5." Like, it, like, said out loud everything. And we spent so long just trying to figure out how to turn that
No.
shit off. Like, it would Every time you press a button on the remote, it would say out
My son
loud.
my son has turned that on before, and it's awful.
God. Oh, it was a nightmare. Like, it was such overstimulation. I was just like, "Oh, we gotta figure this out." Oh, it was so funny. Okay,
Oh,
but
that's great.
yeah, that was just a little that's how my mind works. That was a little
Yeah.
segue, little meander.
Well, I think too, we've talked about your newer friend, um, at the
Mm.
bar who is
I'm having dinner with Rory tonight.
tonight. Ugh,
Yeah.
she just sounds like a sexy person.
We should have Rory on the show.
There you go. You think she'd be down?
Oh, I absolutely think she'd be down. You listen, the world needs to see this woman. She is oh, she just yeah, she's just so like, she's just I think of the sun when I think of her. Like, I think of, like, a sun's
What a
rays. Like, she's
compliment.
I really do, though. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, how do I describe her? And I just think of the sun because she's radiant. She just sort of radiates this, like, joyful
Is it
she's also
happiness?
young, so she's got this, like, youthful
Yeah,
energy, and
sure.
she's hot. Like, I want
Mhm.
her to come on, and I want her you know what? Maybe she comes on and we talk about sexiness and embodying that feeling
I think
because
that's a great idea.
this woman,
'Cause it's been a
um
while since I have channeled that at all.
yeah, 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 right? So let's have her on. Why did we talk about Rory? Why did we go there? You were
'Cause I
going there,
brought
but
her
I don't
up
know
as
why.
far as closing it up about feeling sexy,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
being
Yes,
gatekept
yeah.
from it, it being your wonderful description of it, analogy of it being like a candy store that you didn't have access to.
Like, I
And I'm
see
really
it
excited
all
that you
looks
are,
so
like,
good.
stepping into it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really
Yeah,
fun. I forgot about this part of being here. Like, I've really been here once
yeah.
before, but never this far into it, really. Right, like, I think about, like, 87 pounds maybe was my and I'm at
It's
106
interesting.
now.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
moving. And,
yeah.
it's funny because there's people that can feel that at any size, and so I wonder for each person, like and for you specifically, when it is that you are
Arrive?
allowing yourself to feel that way. Is it like, "Oh, because I was only I was this," we all do that, like, "I was this age at this size, and this is what I
Right.
was doing, and this is how I felt," and maybe it's a certain number you get to. Because
Mhm.
I could sit here and close my eyes and be like, "Oh, if I was this number, I'd be feeling what
Mm,
Carrie's feeling," and I could tell
mhm.
if there's an exact number, and it's tied
Yeah,
to an exact date, an exact time in my life, an exact diet, and when I was at that number and how good I felt. Oh, I felt so good. The
yeah.
Okapi when I was
Oh,
in
the
the
hot
Okapi
okapi.
costume. Shit, I still gotta look that up.
Yeah.
And I still, in that moment, wasn't happy with my weight. Like, I still wanted
Even
to be smaller. But
even
to
when
be
you
that right
were
now
labeled as the hot okapi of the party and you still didn't feel
yeah, isn't that weird? Because that was still it
Mhm.
was so fleeting.
Yeah.
I was in shock. I was like, "What? That girl's, like, 50 pounds lighter than me." And then but there was a part of me that was like, "See, I fucking told you."
I
That part
told
of my
you.
brain that was like,
Yeah.
"See, if you could get small,
Right,
you
then
are
you
hot."
would right.
Mhm. So it was always
Maddening.
shrouded with some sort of self-hatred
Yeah.
or not good enough.
Yeah, and I just man, I wish that I could put together, like, a linear, coherent thought about this, but I just can't because it's such a tangled mess for me. Like,
Uh-huh.
um, um, I'm thinking just about we've had so many conversations about, like, body positivity and loving your body and appreciating your body.
'Cause I was watching some of you and you look so different, like your face right now. Your
Yes.
face is
Oh, yeah.
you've got some your face looks dramatically different
I
recently,
mean,
and
this is a
so
screensaver from Pearl
yeah,
Jam. Like, it's yeah. It's
yeah.
definitely
Yeah, I have a one of you too that rotates around and it popped up the other day. It's from us at, it
Atlanta.
had to be Atlanta, I think. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Atlanta, and it was on my phone, and I was like, "Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, who that? Who
Who
that
dat?
girl?"
Yeah, who's she? But this tangled feeling, right? Because when we talked about that video, you and I on the podcast, and I said, you said, "What do you feel?" And I was like, "Oh, I really am so proud of that woman. She was just so unhappy, and she did it anyway, and she did
Mhm.
it scared, and she did it hard, and she did blah blah." And it's like I love that I'm now able to love her, but man, I wish I could have loved her then and forever. And so there's all these feelings of like, of regret, of like time wasted at battle with myself. And then I think about body positivity and I think about how people like think about like so Meghan Trainor, we've talked about Meghan Trainor, right? She's like she's not allowed to lose weight because she was a face of the body positivity movement, and so now there's all of this backlash, and it's like,
Have you
man, did
seen about her
she
have you seen about her tour getting canceled?
no.
So,
No.
it's okay, so I watched something on TikTok the other night about how her so her tour she canceled her tour, like, a couple weeks ago, saying that she just had, like, her 3rd child, and she wanted to stay home with them, and it would be too hard on her as a mother, and a bunch of people were like, "That's bullshit, like, don't your ticket sales are super, super low." I guess they
Oh,
were super
okay.
low, and this is just you trying to, like, save face and not go on a tour to a bunch of empty stadiums. Um, and then there was other TikToks I was watching about, like, possibly losing her fan base because of how much she's changed physically, right? Because she
Mhm.
was this natural spokesperson for curves.
Right.
She was
All
one
about
of the
that
few
base.
yeah, that was, like, her big song, and,
Mhm.
um, so the argument of something I was watching was, like, did people actually like Meghan Trainor, or was it just, like, the assignment that we gave her or that she gave herself that people liked?
I love that word assignment, right? Like, oh, we
Yeah.
liked the assignment that she gave us, or we liked the assignment she took on.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it her or was it the message that she was tied to that we really liked? Because now it seems like maybe we don't like her because she's not, but is she not? Because that's another thing. Like this whole body positivity thing is like, can't I also be body positive and be a smaller size? Like I'm here in I mean, listen, I'm still very much in a large
Right.
body. Okay. Like I'm still in a large body, but I'm here and I can say, man, I really love that chick, whatever her name is, the George Michael chick. I would absolutely wreck that woman.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
She is so hot.
I can't remember what her name was, but she's
But she was
gorgeous.
so hot, and, like, great. Please continue to exist and make hot videos like that. Much
Yeah,
appreciated, right?
yeah,
And then also, like, I can be positive about this body and be positive about all bodies. Like, I don't have to exist in a larger body to have the body positive label, but it's somehow like she's lost weight, so now she can't be body positive
right.
anymore.
It's almost like the public wants women to love their bodies, but only in, like, the original packaging. Same with Lizzo, right? Like,
Right. Yeah.
if you
But
change,
then
then it's
my god. Yes, but then it's also yeah, love your body, but only if it's in the original packaging, but then it's like, your original packaging is fucking disgusting.
Right,
Like, think about
right.
remember that content analysis we talked about with Lizzo's Instagram posts and, like,
Yes.
how many were, like, puking faces and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it's
But I
so
guess but her audience, there was, like, the haters and then there was her audience, so it's like,
right,
maybe there's the narrative of, like, you're giving into the haters.
right. Maybe. I don't know. I mean,
I
is it
don't know.
also just that I don't know, like, bodies change, like, I would just as I feel like just as much as we would be beating the drum about, like, the media saying, "Oh, look how much weight she's put on," like,
Right,
criticizing someone who gains weight, like, maybe we should also be as critical that they shouldn't be criticizing someone who loses weight, right? Like,
right,
don't be
right,
critical of like, don't be critical. Like, we don't need to comment, period, full
right,
stop, on the size of people's bodies.
right.
Like,
But I
why do
think
we get to have commentary about it? But we do.
the
Oh,
issue there is that
they're
they
inserting themselves, yeah.
right, because they're
Yeah.
talking about, body
Yes.
positivity,
This
which
is
I
why it's
remember
not fucking
before.
easy, okay? There's no
Ugh,
good answer here.
no,
Like, I just want there to be like a go
there's
flip to the back
not.
of the book. Oh, here it is.
I
The answer to
know,
37 was this answer. But there
I
isn't that
know,
because it's so fucking complex. Because
and
I
it's
want to
and
love
it's
everyone and I want there to be space for everyone here. And I
I
also
know,
want to be able to say, like, gosh, I really love myself and I love myself enough to know that I'm not healthy at my current state
right.
and I need to change it.
Ugh,
And it's okay to admit that my body wasn't healthy. It's still not, probably. Like, it's getting there. She getting
And
there.
that's your decision and your call to make on
Yes.
if it was healthy or not too, that's the thing. And
Yes.
I remember being and GLP-1s are compounding this
Yes,
so
so
much.
much, so much.
But I remember before this, I was angry at I remember I had, like, a little bit with my friends, and it was Kelly was it not Kelly Clarkson? It was Christina Aguilera, so this had to be, like, 15, 20 years ago, and she had gained some weight, and I remember seeing her on a cover of, like, some magazine, and she was like, "I'm feel great about it. I don't care what anyone thinks about me," and I remember being in the store and being like, "Bullshit." Bullshit, like, telling my friend, I was like,
Right.
watch this," and within a
Yeah.
year, she was on the cover of Shape, and she'd lost a bunch of weight talking about how bad she felt, and that was, like, the 2nd or 3rd time I watched that happen, and I remember being
Yeah, it's
like,
like a
I just
same
see
narrative.
this yeah, I'm like, it's the same, "Oh, I'm fine," because it's PR protecting their image, and as shitty as that sounds of
Mhm.
me to talk about, I was young and impressionable at the time, but I was like, "I'm gonna call them on their bullshit,"
Yeah.
because and I was right with that, and so it's like, I was angry about that because I was like, "Don't try and
Yeah.
act like you're one of us."
Right. You're not
Because
one
then
of
she turned
us.
around and all those yeah, and so it's that same feeling of, like, it's this betrayal. It feels like a betrayal, which is so strange and ironic to me because I would never want or hope or even I wouldn't even try and worry about it if somebody else felt betrayed by what I was doing with my body. It's none of anybody's business. So it's so funny that I think because they're a public figure, it is my business.
And maybe yeah, this is the part where it's so nuanced because I feel it. Like, I'd love to lie and say I don't, but I do feel some of that sting of, like, "Oh, there goes another one. Oh,
Yeah,
another."
yeah,
But then I'm like, "But wait, that's" if I was a pop star, thank goodness I'm not, but if I was a pop star, I'd be in that group too. I'd be one of the other ones, right? Like, I'm on my way to being one of those. So,
yeah.
man, oh man, make that make sense, right? Like, they're doing the thing that I'm doing, and I'm still like, but, uh, uh, but
Right.
but" yeah,
Oh, it's so weird.
it's so fucked up. Like, it is just so fucked. And I just
Yeah.
there's got like, I feel like my brain, man, would be like a psychologist's dream, right? Like, goddamn, there's some shit down in there, right? Like, it's so
Yeah.
complex and nuanced and tangled because I love everyone and I want everyone to be happy with their bodies, but I also understand that there are some scientific facts that you can't argue with, and then also, god damn
Yeah.
it, people deserve to just be left the fuck alone, and then,
Right.
I don't know, it's all
Oh, it's really
yeah, it
complicated.
is, it's
I
just swirl
am
after swirl after swirl.
so curious what listeners think about this too, because I
Yes.
know there's so like I was scrolling through the different Meghan Trainor things, and there was people that were like, "This is not even related to that. This is about, Post Malone also had." There's been a bunch of people that have also had to cancel
Uh,
their tours, as I'm sure you know. You're a very
yeah, I was gonna say,
musical lady,
I'm in a bunch of, like, fan groups for my bands that I follow, and there've been lots of conversations recently about the number of blue seats that are left on seating map charts,
right?
right? Like, that's because people
Yeah.
can't afford fucking groceries and
Right, it's an
gas.
economy thing.
Yeah.
If right, economy thing. Also, one of the things I watched was that Meghan Trainor is and this is I'm not assigning this to her, this is what I watched. Meghan Trainor is elevator music. It's Cole's music
Mm,
was
right.
what they called it, and, like,
Cole's
you'll hear it
music.
and but you're
That's
not in your
great.
car being like, "Siri, play Meghan Trainor," but you're in Cole's and you're being like, "If I was me, I wanna be me too," or whatever,
Right,
like, I
yeah,
love that song, but I always forget it exists,
right.
or some of her other songs,
That's so
um,
funny, it's
but
Cole's music, yeah.
and so the streams for these, artists are so high because they're getting streamed in these places, these 3rd places, right? Where you
Right.
go, these
Yeah.
gyms, they're getting streamed, but we're not going home and listening to it on our own accord or buying tickets, and so it's
God, that
really
is such a
inflated
fascinating
listenership for
yes.
certain, artists, and I think the argument there was that this isn't about her weight, this is about that she's one of those artists who can't really sustain a fan base anyway because of her music is listen, I'm not gonna insult it. I love pop music
Absolutely.
as
It's fun.
whatever trait as it can be. It's fun. It's my favorite genre of music.
It's accessible,
But it is not
easy.
like when I would listen to like Tool or System of a Down and sit and journal about what I was hearing. Like I'm not doing that when I'm listening, or the Avits or something. It's not there's
Yeah.
a way to hold attention and there's a way to like play a song with your 5 and 3-year-olds because you want to dance for a minute.
Right. Yeah.
And so the and Post Malone, I don't know, that's another I'm not as familiar with that music, but anyway,
Yeah.
the streaming of this type of music is off the charts compared to the
Right.
fanship. And so the fandom.
Yeah. I get
So
it though.
it might be yeah, so it might be a connection there is what I was
Yeah.
watching was that they're really inflated numbers. Streaming has just destroyed the music industry, the touring
Yes.
agency,
Yes.
Because look
Yeah.
at the Avids. I don't often hear them, but they're a lot of these bands can tour and tour and tour and have packed places, so it's because they can hold bands.
Yeah. They sure can.
Yeah. I knew that'd
Mm.
make you happy. So there's
They
another
were
argument there.
just
Maybe it's not about her weight, maybe it's about streaming and
I
Cole's
agree.
music.
I agree
Sorry,
that
Megan.
it could be about streaming and Cole's music, and I don't disagree with you, like, I just was just thinking that, like, I was at the gym right before we recorded this, and, like, the number of fucking pop songs I hear at that gym. Um I did have one more thing I wanted to share with you because I think
Yeah.
it's just this kinda cool little realization that I had, I think. So yesterday, on the podcast previously, I talked about this kinda cool professional thing that happened to me. Well, yesterday was the first, like, iteration of that, like, it was the first meeting of
Okay.
that, and it was my first meeting with this particular group of people, and, so I knew I was gonna be introducing myself, and in my head, I was like, "Okay, don't don't say, 'Thanks for letting me sit at the grown-ups table.'" Like, I wanted to say, like, "I can't believe I'm at the grown-ups table," and it would be a good bit. People would laugh. I think they would think it was really funny, like, it would go over really
It's
well.
a good
It's a
opener,
bit.
it gets the room
Yes,
familiar with you, makes them
absolutely.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yes, like, I could have gone to it easily. Easily could have gone to it, and it'd be great. It would have been great.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it, and I didn't do it because I cry too much on this podcast. I didn't do it
No.
because that's a bullshit thing to say about someone who very much belongs at the grown-up table, and in
Okay.
fact, sat at the grown-up table yesterday and participated like
Mhm.
a grown-up and, felt just as natural as anybody else being there. My suggestions were just as relevant, and
Mhm.
it was like I belonged there.
Yeah, and I bet you're gonna this is gonna force you to come up with new
New
bits that fit
material,
the new you,
exactly.
with new
Yes.
material, because it is a good bit. It is a good opener for all the right
Yes.
comedic reasons,
Yes,
but it
yes.
puts you the point of an opener, if you really watch stand-up, and one of the first things they teach in sketch and improv, and especially stand-up, is to point out the elephant in the room the first like, watch a stand-up set, the first or especially somebody less established than, like, a big Netflix special, but if you're at, like, an
Right.
open mic or something, people are
Yeah,
gonna bring up something about themselves. They're gonna do
yeah,
naturally what Carrie did,
yeah,
and it's gonna make them relatable and make people they'll say something about where they're from, what they're wearing, if they're overweight, if they're super gay, you'll have gay comedians be like, something about they just point it out, and so, Carrie,
yeah.
you're so naturally good at comedy that you had the right format of the
Me?
opener and public speaking, obviously. I'm sure that's something that's also taught in that arena. But now you get
Yeah,
to
for sure.
change the point of view of the opener because
Yeah.
it was invalid and it's
Mhm.
not accurate anymore.
And it felt really good to make that choice in that moment, you know? Felt really good.
Mhm.
Like, it was one of those moments where I'm like, "I'm really changing." Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
love you
was
so
awesome.
much.
I love you so much. Now, listeners, normally this is where we would tell you to give us your feedback. We want to hear from you about Meghan Trainor or identity shifts that have happened in your life or any of the things that we've talked about on the podcast. And we still want to hear from you. So if you would like to, you can leave comments on our episode on Spotify. You can follow the show on Apple Podcasts. You can't leave any comments, but you can give it a review. And You can email us at bornthiswaypod@gmail.com. We would love to have your feedback. We will be going on hiatus after this episode. We do not yet know for how long. We don't know what the show is going to look like going forward. We could see some different iterations of the show. The podcast is a big commitment in our lives right now, and perhaps it might be time for Lisa to take a step back for a while. So we're not sure. I may have some guests on. We may try some new things. We're not sure yet exactly what this is going to look like, but I do want you to know from the bottom of our hearts, Lisa and I have loved every second of this podcast. And when we talked about, it going away, we were both really sad. We really, really like doing it. We really love hearing from you. It's been such a joy and an honor to talk to you each week and just kind of share the stuff that we've been going through. So I hope that this isn't a final goodbye, but is indeed just a hiatus, and we're going to regroup and think about what we want the podcast to look like going forward, and if there will be a podcast going forward. So for now, I just want to say thank you again from Lisa and me. We've so enjoyed getting to know you. You have been listening to the Born This Way podcast. Smaller bodies. Lots and lots of chaos. Maybe we'll see you down the road.
You've been listening to the Born This Way podcast. Don't miss new episodes. Make sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts, and come hang out with us on social at Born This Way Pod.